Everyone crossed over to survive on an island. Each person only had a scoop net. All supplies were obtained by fishing. But the items Ma Qian fished up seemed a bit unusual. Welcome to the island survival world. Here, the player's only goal was to survive. Player Ma Qian had bound to his current island. The following were the game's rules. 1 nautical mile had all kinds of strange supplies. Ma Qian could get them with fishing gear. 2 nautical miles were full of hungry sharks. So never try swimming in the sea, or you would lose your life. 3. The game offered a crafting function. Players could collect supplies to make items and tools themselves.
It was so cold on this island. Big Elbow should fish up some supplies first. Make a fire to warm up.
Or Ma Qian would freeze to death. Alarms rang in Ma Qian's ears.
What was happening?
Detected host Ma Tian encountered an apocalypse threat. The invincible island system would activate automatically to protect the host.
Great. It seemed Big Elbow was the chosen one.
Alarm, alarm. Attacked by the game's firewall. The system malfunctioned. The invincible island system lost its data. It would switch the host to the Rat Talisman Island system.
What did the Rat Talisman Island system mean? Ma Tian, explain clearly.
Don't step on Big Elbow Can's head.
Who was talking?
Bro, fish Big Elbow Can up. With Big Elbow Can, Ma Tian wouldn't lose out. Or be fooled.
Don't listen to Skinny Can. Skinny Can was just a skinny can. No meat at all. Big Elbow Can was a Big Elbow Can. Pulled the Big Elbow Cans. Didn't know where the voice came from. Ma Tian dismounted all day. Skinny Cans looked around for long. Suddenly noticed 2 cans floated on the sea. So Ma Tian fished again and again. Fished those 2 cans up.
The Mations were just talking.
Of course, the Big Elbow Cans couldn't be Mation's dad and mom.
Ma Tian looked quite handsome.
What's happening? Did the Big Elbow go crazy?
Big Elbow Can's island system data was lost. Would switch the host to the Rat Talisman Island system.
Big Elbow understood. Big Elbow had seen that cartoon. The Rat Talisman's power was to turn stillness into motion. So that meant, from then on, all supplies Big Elbow got would be alive.
Ma Tian, this Ma Tian was just too much. Why was Big Elbow so unlucky? Had to be stuck with Ma Tian.
Good grief. It wasn't just supplies. Even this island came to life.
Ma Tian, could Ma Tian lose weight? Ma Tian was such a grown man. Thinking about Ma Tian in the future. Having to sit on Big Elbow Can's head all day. Big Elbow Can felt so stressed.
Old man, let's bicker later. Big Elbow Can's current feeling was to fish up more supplies.
Wasn't Ma Tian enough for Big Elbow Can? What a greedy man.
Oh, Big Elbow Can. Didn't Ma Tian want wood for tools?
And Big Elbow Can, wasn't Ma Tian making fire?
Good grief. These supplies were quite thoughtful.
Big Elbow Can went.
Why was this wood so heavy?
Come on, Ma Tian, like a man. Don't let Big Elbow Can look down on Ma Tian.
Ma Tian was talking nonsense. Big Elbow would throw Ma Tian back into the sea soon.
Big Elbow Can went to Ma Tian to buy Big Elbow Can kid.
Good brothers floating in the sea. Please, Ma Tians, introduce yourselves as Big Elbow Can.
Big Elbow Can was an ice cube. It could provide precious fresh water for Ma Tian.
Fresh water was good, Big Elbow needed it.
Big Elbow Can was a piece of mud. Big Elbow Can was useless. It was trash.
Fine, Ma Tian was quite honest.
Big Elbow Can was a blueprint. It could let Ma Tian make good things.
A blueprint. This was a good thing.
Big brother, hello. Big Elbow Can was a cabin blueprint. With Big Elbow Can, Ma Tian could build a big house on this island.
What big house? Just a shabby cabin. Living in it would probably feel like a public restroom.
Hey, Big Elbow Can's abalone crab. If you dared, let's spar. Within this 1 hour, Ma Tian fished up many supplies. But just as Ma Tian fished up a rock, the whole island started shaking violently.
What was happening?
Kid, Big Elbow Can's growth had reached its limit. quickly hold on to Big Elbow can, or it would revert to Human King. Everyone time traveled to survive on an island. Each person had only one Super King. All items had to be obtained by fishing. But the items Ma Qian fished up all seemed a bit unusual.
Bro, revert to Human King? Ma Tian was serious, huh?
Ma Qian didn't believe it, did he? Then we'd both die together today. Big Elbow can had no objection.
Grandpa, Uncle, Big Elbow can was joking. How to expand? Ma Tian, tell me quickly.
Go find the corresponding supplies right away. Hurry, or Big Elbow can would use its boot to kick Ma Qian's butt hard. Hearing this, Ma Qian quickly dashed over to the pile of fished up supplies and started searching through them.
How about that? Enough?
Ma Qian said.
What to do then?
Keep fishing, of course. Or what did Ma Qian want? Also, appearance.
Which buddy was stone or dirt? Could you make a sound? Big Elbow can needed Ma Tian's help.
Big Elbow can, come say Big Elbow can.
Big Elbow can went, why a boot? Ma Tian was messing with Big Elbow can, right?
Ma Qian, don't rush. First, listen to Big Elbow can's explanation.
Explain nothing, Big Elbow can went to Ma Tian's.
Spit it out, Ma Qian kicked off. Kicked that boot back into the sea.
Big Elbow can's leg seemed broken. Was Ma Tian a boot or concrete? Why so hard?
Ma Qian said, what was the hurry? Stone and dirt were all inside Big Elbow can. Big Elbow can finally saw it. Hanging with a dimwit owner like Ma Qian had no future. Big Elbow can might as well go back to the sea. This was a system verification. It was negotiable.
Construction conditions were met. Expand or not?
Of course.
As soon as the words were spoken, the island was shrouded in a beam of light. After the light faded, Ma Qian unexpectedly found the island's area had only increased a tiny bit.
How come Big Elbow can collected supplies for so long? And the island only grew this much?
At worst, just this much supplies. How much land did Ma Qian want to expand? Hurry up and keep collecting supplies to expand.
Oh no. Why did Big Elbow can feel like a laborer for this crappy island? But at least the island was stable now. No longer collapsing. Big Elbow can should first build a fire to warm up. Materials should be enough.
Help! Someone set a fire. Big Elbow can was about to burn.
Ma Tian, don't set so many fires at your own place, okay?
If Big Elbow can let the fire spread, Ma Qian could handle it. So young. So heartless. Could Big Elbow can apply for a new owner? Ma Qian was face to face with big eyes. Before they could say much, a system window appeared in front of Ma Qian. The system detected that most players had already built their items. So the system would open a trade channel. Players could communicate freely here and exchange items.
Judging from these guys' chat logs,
The thin cans didn't seem to know that dirt and stone could expand the island. Of course, the thin cans islands couldn't talk.
The island expansion feature would take a while for the thin cans to unlock. Since that was the case, Big Elbow can had to make good use of this info gap.
He could probably buy up a batch of dirt and stone. Just use Ma Tian. Big Elbow can really had bad eyes picking Ma Tian.
Ma Tian was going to sell Big Elbow Ken to serve that old island guy. Ma Tian, the heartbreaker. Give back all the youth that Big Elbow Ken lost. Sister.
We've only known each other for less than half a day. Let's go.
Ma Qian directly listed the sausage on the trade channel. Big Elbow can had one sausage
And wanted to trade for stone and dirt. Big Elbow can went. Was Big Elbow can seeing things? Someone was using food to trade for these things? Were they here to do charity? Don't be like that, EXIN shine.
This dirt and stone must have other uses. Who cares?
Big Elbowken was starving. Big Elbowken had to buy this mold. He paid 5 dirt and 5 stone. Big Elbowken made 10.
That was the desired effect. 10 was far from enough. The Matians kept raising the price for Big Elbow can.
Just then, Matian received a private message. Bro, Big Elbow can offered 60 dirt and 20 stone. Formation sausage. Big Elbow can went.
Where did Matian get so much dirt and stone?
Big Elbow can had dug them from his own island. Now the island under Big Elbow can's feet was less than 80 square feet. Big Elbow can went.
He was a tough guy. For a bite to eat. He didn't even care about his life. Impressed by Matian's desperation, Big Elbow can traded with Manny.
Chen Mingchuan's Moon Island survival. Everyone only had one fishing net. All supplies had to be obtained by fishing. But the supplies Matian fished up seemed a bit unusual. Matian hit Big Elbow can on the head again. Don't yell. This was for a surprise attack.
For the next expansion, 10 more stones were needed.
He would collect them later.
After all that work, Big Elbow can was starving. He had to get something to eat quickly. Was Matian finally going to eat Big Elbow can?
Did Matian know how long Big Elbow can had waited for this day? Big Elbow can knew. About half a day.
Big Elbow can went.
This thing was full of ice crystals.
It was completely inedible. This heating method was too slow. It seemed Big Elbow can had to make a container.
Big Elbow can asked Matian to add more wood. Didn't Matian see Big Elbow can's fire was dying? But before Matian could speak, the kid was too arrogant.
What did Matian say?
Wasted the heavenly treasure. Was Ma Tian trying to burn all my cultivation methods? Old man, not a heavenly treasure. Ma Tian came, so it was a hot moment. Ma Tian ignored their scans. Instead, he opened the crafting panel. He looked for the storage tool options. There actually was a storage tool.
With this thing, Big Elbow can would have hot meals from now on. Maybe he could even heat food for others. Simple grill rack.
It could only grill one portion at a time.
He needed to get some iron blocks. Any brother had iron blocks? Big Elbow can was. Big Elbow can was filled with iron blocks. But Ma Tian was too far away. Big Elbow can couldn't reach Ma Tian. Could Ma Tian drift a bit closer to the island?
No way.
Big Elbow can was too heavy. By the time he drifted over, it would be dark. Okay. Then Big Elbow can would swim over. No.
There were sharks in the sea. Was Ma Tian going to risk his life for food? Was he out of his mind? It was fine.
Since Big Elbow can had ditched the thin cans before, he was confident he could ditch them again. Besides, Big Elbow can's obsession with food was something Ma Tian and Old Bumpkin couldn't understand. Iron blocks obtained. He would have hot food soon. Thanks, brother Ma Tian. Big Elbow can's childhood dream was to become a kitchen tool. Ma Tian had to make it look good for him. Ma Tian.
Stop talking nonsense. A shark was coming for Ma Tian. As soon as he finished speaking, a shark burst out of the water. Its mouth wide open. It bit toward Ma Tian. We had a good fire going on the mountain. Big Elbow can went. Ma Tian swam so slowly this time.
This box was too heavy. Carrying the canned pork shoulder, he couldn't swim fast.
Then Ma Tian should drop it.
Wouldn't the canned pork shoulder be wasted? Ma Tian.
Why couldn't Ma Tian get it yet? Was the item more important than life?
Alright. The dream Ma Tian once had would have to wait for the next life. What was Ma Tian going to do?
As soon as the words were spoken, the box that could be opened soon. He took out the iron block inside. Then very smoothly, he shared with the shark.
All that effort was for nothing. He almost lost his life.
Staring at the empty box in his hand, Ma Tian suddenly realized.
If he wasn't mistaken about the canned pork shoulder, this thing seemed to be made of iron. As long as he could break it down, the iron block count would be enough.
Let's go. Ma Tian opened the uniform list. Then scrolled to the decomposition option at the very bottom.
Mom and Dad.
The wish to remove the canned pork shoulder was finally fulfilled.
Simple grill. Construction conditions were met. Build it or not.
After all that trouble, Ma Qian finally got to eat meat. He didn't know.
He didn't know how the skinny can guy was doing now.
This was a message caught Ma Qian's special attention. In the past, when did sharks start eating dirt? The shark on the canned pork shoulders side was actually gnawing on the canned pork shoulders island. The canned pork shoulders island was getting smaller and smaller.
That meant the danger the island was about to face. It wasn't just overdevelopment in the city. Expansion had to be the top priority. Then, they studied anti-shark measures.
There were many points. What were they sharpening?
Uncle, what was Ma Tian saying?
Ma Qian must have misheard.
Big Elbow Can said nothing. Then Ma Qian should check for Big Elbow Can.
Maybe there was something good underwater.
There seemed to be something underwater. An old sea trout dragging a silver chest. What?
A silver chest.
That was a Season 1, swim upstream quickly. Big Elbow Can, this thing was too heavy. Big Elbow Can went to Ma Qian. Ma Qian was reporting over the wall, right? This broken chest cracked Big Elbow Can.
This crack was neither big nor small.
It could be used to fix a toilet. It should fit perfectly. Ma Tian, Big Elbow Can warned Ma Tian.
Ma Qian ignored the noisy island uncle. Instead, he chose to open the silver chest directly. Ma Qian opened the silver chest.
He obtained 2 pieces of glass, 2 pieces of iron, 2 pieces of high. It was a deliberate covet.
All the loot was rare materials. There was even a finished weapon.
This was a weapon with terrifying damage. But be careful. Never hit yourself when using it, or you would die horribly. Suddenly,
Island uncle let out a scream. Help! A shark was attacking Big Elbow Can over there. Ma Qian looked at the island's edge. He spotted a shark named Swift. The shark. It was frantically gnawing at the island's soil.
Big Elbow Can, why did this shark look so terrifying? Was it raised on polluted water in Yinghua country?
Stop the nonsense.
Chase it away quickly. Finish the Big Elbow Can. Ma Qian won't survive.
The island dared to ask for the Big Elbow Can. The Big Elbow Can would, damn, the thin can slipped away. Uncle. How does Ma Tian feel? The Big Elbow Can is fine.
But the thin can seems dying. This is... Ma Qian then noticed. The seawater stirred up by the shark's struggle. Just put out the fire Ma Qian made.
The fire. Is Ma Tian okay?
The Big Elbow Can seems dying. After the Big Elbow Can left. Please take the Big Elbow Can's body back to its hometown. Don't go.
Without Ma Tian. How will the Big Elbow Can heat food later? And Ma Tian hasn't told the Big Elbow Can. Or Ma Tian.
Why is Ma Qian more curious than the Big...
There's enough material.
Ma Qian could just make another fire. Right. Would Ma Qian send the Big Elbow Can home? Why is the Big Elbow Can still here? The Big Elbow Can went.
What's the principle of this Shufu system? 2 fires lit. Turned out to be the same life.
A faint laugh came from under Ma Qian's feet.
What is Ma Tian laughing at? The Big Elbow Can just saw.
That shark was the Big Elbow Can's. Got eaten by another big shark. The fire. Calmer this time.
That shark was already fierce enough. A fish that could eat the thin can. How big must it be? No. For safety. The Big Elbow Can must keep expanding the island. After a busy period. Ma Tian not only repaired
the part the shark bit off. The island was successfully expanded again. Big Elbow Can's current supplies
were only enough to expand the island this far. A system announcement appeared.
Right before Ma Qian's eyes. It said that in less than 6 hours. The Wenyu world would enter night. All players should hurry to salvage items needed for the night. Otherwise, while sleeping, they risked being frozen into ice sculptures.
Big Elbow Can had no night gear at all. He needed to salvage some quickly.
Oh no. Skinny Can came to salvage supplies again. Everyone, stay hidden.
Strange. They all used to beg Big Elbow Can to salvage. Why were they so resistant now?
Everyone fiddled with nearby supplies. Always trying to kill their hearts. Maybe it was this batch's nature, which was quite rebellious.
They thought that.
Big Elbow couldn't salvage supplies this way. Big Elbow needed some companions now. Who were Ma Tian's people? Speak up. So Big Elbow wouldn't salvage the wrong ones. Big Elbow wasn't.
Don't salvage Big Elbow can. Big Elbow can was wood.
Big Elbow was a shell. Big Elbow had no tail. Big Elbow definitely wasn't that. Big Elbow was just a poor can.
These naive little ones were so easy to fool. After Ma Tian pinpointed
where these voices came from, he went straight into the water. With no effort at all, he salvaged a big shell. A small can. In the Qiaoyi Island survival world, Ma Tian, who could communicate with everything. Why was he beaten up? By a shell? After salvaging these supplies, the first thing Ma Tian noticed was just picked up a big shell. So he picked it up. What's the use of this?
Can't eat or drink it. Might as well throw it away. But right then,
the shell flew from Ma Tian's hand, then hit Ma Tian's head hard. It hit him several times. Ma Tian was knocked to the ground. The Big Elbow cans didn't cooperate at all. The Big Elbow cans were in the sea, happily eating shrimp and singing. Suddenly Ma Tian fished them out. Ma Tian even despised the Big Elbow cans. Told Ma Tian the cans had many uses. Armor made from Big Elbow cans would definitely be impenetrable. So, this shell might have hit Ma Tian a few times. Then it planned to leave the island, return to the sea.
You guys just watch the fun, right? The Big Elbow cans got beaten like this. Won't you do something about it? This is.
Then Su Gong ran over, leading several supplies forward, blocked the shell's path.
Offend the abbot and still want to leave? Not so easy. Brothers, go get the Big Elbow cans. As soon as he spoke.
One supply fought the shell all night, tangled together with that shell. No change. The shell was tied up on the tree. Wait for the Big Elbow cans.
Later the cans will deal with Ma Tian. Then,
Ma Tian stepped forward, picked up that shell. The cans fished up together.
Let me say this first. Let's talk nicely. Don't use force. What is Ma Tian? A cookie can? Big Elbow cans aren't cookies. Big Elbow cans are compressed blankets. Speak up.
This can will automatically. It even load a ready-made blanket. It popped right out.
Whatever you wished for came true. Overnight warmth supplies. Right here, right now.
Remember, Ma Tian walked to the pile again. He pulled out the previously obtained small cabin blueprint.
Might as well build the cabin with the ham can. Then no more sleeping in the wild at night.
Use the small cabin blueprint? Of course.
Use the blueprint directly. After a flash of light, it disappeared.
On this list, players could view the details. Simple small cabin. Require materials. 80 pieces of wood. Currently had 16. 50 pieces of iron. Currently had 23.
That was a lot of materials. Not sure if before dark he could gather them all. Speak up.
Ma Tian took the net to the seaside. Started fishing for the old man.
How many materials were still needed? This efficiency was too low. Blame that last wave of supplies. They refused to cooperate with the ham can. Who was the wood among them? Could someone tell the ham can? Was Ma Tian the wood?
The ham can was Ma Tian's dad, Meng.
At this rate, no cabin to sleep in tonight.
The island spoke after a long silence. To improve salvage efficiency, Ma Tian had to know exactly the location of each supply. Right.
If only the ham can could fly. Then it could spot them from above.
Ma Tian had been blind for a long time. A hunger pang came from his stomach. So he walked over to the road. He pulled out a sausage from inside. But just as he was about to eat, he heard a strange voice coming from the sky.
Target spotted, preparing to dive. Eliminated.
Then the seagull was seen, diving from the sky right in front of Ma Tian, snatching the sausage away in one go. Just as the seagull grabbed the sausage and flew mid-air, another seagull flew over. Bro. Big Elbow didn't like sausages. Let's go fight for fries at the dock. Stop the nonsense.
Ever since this sea area mysteriously transformed, how many days have we gone without a full meal? It's good enough to have something to eat now. Big Elbow could now even understand animal speech. After thinking for an hour,
Ma Qian came up with a good idea. Skinnycan pulled out 2 more sausages from the supplies behind him, then said to the seagull in the sky, "Seagull bros,
Ma Tian just needed a small favor from us. Otherwise, we wouldn't tell Ma Tian the info." Ma Tian had no choice. He had to take out 2 sausages and hand them to Skinnycan. No way! Our resources were salvaged, not for feeding birds. We could only give Ma Tian this much. We barely ate the sausages we salvaged ourselves. All fed to Ma Tian. After the seagull ate the sausage to calm down, it said to Ma Tian, "Carve some wood and iron blocks for us. It would be even better when you come back." Nope.
Left.
There are several pieces of wood over there.
So with the help of the 2 seagulls, Ma Qian successfully gathered a pile of wood and iron. And Ma Qian kept his promise. Handed 2 spears to the seagulls. This is the system panel. Popped up in Ma Qian's transformation.
The cabin's building requirements. Met, so build it first.
Built it first.
A highlight flashed by. A simple cabin appeared on his head. Those were the 2 seagulls that flew away. One of them actually flew back and landed on Ma Qian's cabin. Ma Qian, anything else?
Let's make a deal. Big Elbow had useful info for Ma Tian. Ma Tian gave Big Elbow more sausages. Big Elbow told Ma Tian everything upon hearing this.
Ma Qian immediately from the supply pile pulled out a sausage. After the seagull took the sausage, it said to Ma Qian,
"There was another island north of Ma Tian. 2 men were on the island. Skinnycan, both looked fierce. They seemed like pirates."
Ma Qian's expression suddenly tensed up. After thinking for a while, Skinnycan pulled out another sausage and said to the seagull,
"Ma Tian, go check that island. See what Skinnycans have. Focus on whether there are weapons. Come back, Big Elbow will give Ma Tian sausages."
Said, and the seagull flew off immediately. While the seagull scouted for info, Ma Qian checked the crafting chain. There were too many supplies now,
almost covering the whole island. Big Elbow it was time to make storage tools. After seeing the wooden storage box option,
Ma Qian quickly clicked to view its details. Wooden storage box.
Require materials, wood times 10. Magic crystal stone times 1. A magical small box that could store items. What material was this magic crystal stone?
Big Elbow had never seen it before. Didn't know if it could be fished from the sea. Just then,
the seagull that scouted flew back. Skinnycan shouted to Ma Qian,
"Help, it's terrifying." Or Big Elbow wouldn't tell Ma Tian info. Ma Tian didn't.
He pulled out 2 sausages and gave them to Thin Can. No way. Big Elbow supplies were fished up by Ma Qian. Not for feeding birds. Big Elbow could only give Ma Qian these.
Big Elbow barely ate the sausages he caught. All fed to Ma Tian.
After the seagull calmed down from eating the sausage, Ma Qian said to it,
Big Elbow was almost caught and eaten by Thin Can's. Thin Can's island had many nail grass clumps and 2 spears. Big Elbow also heard Thin Can's planning to build a raft to raid other islands for supplies. After speaking, the seagull cooed and flew away.
Ma Qian was about to rest for a while. Then he saw on the sea not far away a shiny copper chest floating over. Ma Qian saw this. He quickly walked a few steps to the shore, because this batch of respawned items were all good-tempered supplies. So Thin Can's drifted toward here, treating Ma Qian like a treasure. Big Elbow was wood, fish up Big Elbow.
Ma Tian, what's a piece of wood worth? Big Elbow is a fruit can. Fish up Big Elbow first. Soon after,
this pile of supplies was fished up by Ma Qian. When Ma Qian fished up that chest and dumped out all its contents, the guy under his feet let out a painful howl. Ma Qian, go easy, okay. Big Elbow but was nearly cracked by Ma Qian. Ma Qian ignored this old guy. Instead, he pulled out a stone, trying to smash open the chest. Wait, Ma Tian, you idiot. If you break Big Elbow can, Ma Tian would regret it for life.
Ma Tian, that guy sure talks big. By the way, what exactly is Ma Tian?
Big Elbow can is a magical spinning chest. The rarest type of chest at sea. Only a magic crystal hammer crafted from the list could open Big Elbow can. Inside Big Elbow can were all high-level items. Upon hearing this, Ma Tian immediately opened the list. He found the magic crystal hammer. The magic crystal hammer.
Require material, a real magic crystal. A magical hammer. Besides opening treasure chests, it also boosted building, repairing, and dismantling efficiency.
Why another magic crystal? Where was Big Elbowkin supposed to find this?
Frustrated, Ma Tian had to set the chest aside for now. Then he opened the trade channel, hoping to gather some intel about the magic crystal. He looked for a while, but found no relevant info. Yet Ma Tian keenly noticed that wood was now in high demand.
If Big Elbowkin stockpiled some wood, he might trade it for a magic crystal.
Stranded on a survival island, Ma Tian could talk to everything. How would he face the island's challenges? Ma Tian just closed the chat channel when the island beneath him shouted, "Don't be lazy, kid." Big Elbow sensed more supplies had spawned nearby on the sea. Go salvage them. Hearing this, Ma Tian excitedly grabbed a drawer and went to the sea. But when he saw colorful plastic balls floating on the water, Ma Tian was stunned.
What was this? Weren't these supplies? What were these plastic balls?
As he spoke, a system panel popped up.
To increase difficulty and fun. From now on, ordinary supplies would spawn as gacha capsules. What you fished out depended entirely on luck. No matter.
Big Elbowkin had the system to scout supplies. It was a piece of cake. Spill it.
Ma Tian looked puzzled. Said to the drifting plastic balls, "Fellow supply brothers,
can you tell Big Elbowkins about Mation's identity?"
Then came a burst of curses from those plastic balls. Stick. Don't bother me eating seaweed. Did Ma Tian think Big Elbow cans didn't know?
Ma Tian just craved Big Elbowkin's bodies. Ma Tian the demon.
Big Elbowkin's second brother was made into a raft. Big Elbowkins won't fall for Ma Tian. Big Elbowkins go. Mation's supplies had a fierce temper. In that case, Big Elbowkins took them all.
All those plastic balls swarmed up. But these guys kept multiplying endlessly. Ma Tian worked for a long time, yet didn't catch a single plastic ball. So he sat directly on the island, panting and steaming. This was the island that had been watching Mation's joke spoke. Kid, believe it or not, with just a little trick from Big Elbow cans, those supplies would come willingly.
If you can, stop the nonsense.
As the words fell, the island made a huge sound. Then, a big pit suddenly appeared under Mation's feet. Ma Tian fell straight down, with only half his body left outside.
Old man, what did you want to do?
But the island ignored the angry Ma Tian. Instead, it spoke to the supplies on the sea. Fellow supply brothers, Big Elbow cans had been watching this guy for a long time. Now Big Elbow cans had it under control. Fellow supplies who disliked it, settle your grudges. Avenge your grievances. Hearing this, all those plastic balls shouted and rushed onto the island. Kid, now's the time. Speak. The pit suddenly bulged. Ma Tian broke free. The guard woke up. Ma Tian understood. He grabbed the net. He scooped up the plastic balls in one sweep. As the balls opened, a beacon appeared. The ball's shell shattered into data and vanished. Saved. Rather than be eaten, the Big Elbowkin chose the sharks. All balls were opened. Ma Tian gained more supplies. The thing can put wood into the supply cup, then put the food into the bucket. Using the new stone and mud, he expanded the island again. This was, Ma Tian noticed, two people far out at sea, rowing two small rafts toward his island. On the Thin Can's raft, 2 sharp spears lay. Those 2 guys
were surely the Seagull Book's pirates.
Soon, Ma Tian saw one man stop rowing. The other man rowed faster toward him, shouting loudly, "Stop at the last fire point. Hand over all your supplies. The big elbow can will spare you." Ma Tian saw this. He had hidden it earlier. He hid it behind him.
He couldn't act rashly now. He had to wait for it to get closer, then find a way to deal with it.
As the raft neared, the thin pirate saw the island state and gasped in shock. "Big brother, the supplies on this island. There were too many. There was even a cabin." The fat man who stayed put. After hearing this, he was also excited. He paddled the raft toward Ma Tian with the sprayed clothes. The thin man crashed the raft onto the island. Then Ma Tian
heard a sound.
No, it was the big elbow can. Ma Tian was crushed into a thin can. Ma Tian was about to lift. Cheng Qing's messy method. Then the raft spoke. "Don't." The big elbow can was innocent. Why did Ma Tian smash the big elbow can? Smash the thin can. Ma Tian sang for who? Shouldn't it be smashed?
The big elbow can was forced to.
Smash it now. No, don't. Annoyed by those 2, Ma Tian
finally lost his temper. Enough!
The thin can man was startled. Is Ma Tian crazy? The big elbow can hadn't spoken yet. The big elbow can was surrounded by the fat man. Seeing this, the fat man was too scared to stand. What's going on? Was the big elbow can seeing things or ghosts?
Brothers, make this fat man into a pig head for the big elbow can.
Boss lady, this guy already looks like a pig head.
Then make him into anything, as long as he doesn't look human.
After a headshot, the fat man had no supplies. He could only fish with seaweed skirts. On the other side, Ma Tian and that beast were still evenly matched.
This guy was really hard to deal with.
Ma Tian tried to rise again. Because of a sudden surge of power, he pushed Xiao Yi down onto the wooden floor. And that beast-like creature immediately charged forward with a long spear. But then Ma Tian thought. At this most despicable moment, a large shell suddenly flew over. It blocked that fatal strike for Ma Tian. The shell slammed hard, sending the beast flying away.
How could it be Ma Tian?
Big Elbow Can didn't want to deal with Ma Tian's aftermath. But that stinky can insisted Big Elbow Can bring the strongest one. Skinny Can then beat Big Elbow Can again. Speak. Ma Tian held the shell as a shield and fought the beast again. With the shell's help, Ma Tian soon defeated the beast. Ma Tian, what should we do with these 2?
Big Elbow Can was kind-hearted and couldn't bear the Skinny Can's suffering. So he decided to throw the Skinny Cans into the sea to feed the sharks.
Thank nature for the gift. After finishing off those 2 pirates, Ma Tian paddled the Skinny Can's raft and landed on the Skinny Can's island. He checked the supplies the Skinny Cans had. That seagull was right.
The Skinny Cans indeed only had these supplies. So then,
Ma Tian paddled the raft and ferried the supplies from the other island back to his own island, trip by trip. Additionally, Skinny Can used the crafting list to make an iron pickaxe. Then with this pickaxe, he dug up all the dirt and stone from the other island and shipped them back to his own island. Just as Ma Tian was about to organize the newly gained supplies, Skinny Can noticed some colorful plastic balls drifting over from afar. So Ma Tian jumped onto the raft and actively approached those balls. Oh no.
That guy is coming again. Everyone run.
Though these supplies were uncooperative again, Ma Tian's raft still fished out all the thin cans. Ma Tian just moved these plastic balls ashore when he heard a painful scream. Ma Tian's island had too many supplies. Quickly expand the Big Elbow Can, or the Big Elbow Can would really sink. As soon as he said that, the island shook violently. Seeing this, Ma Tian quickly expanded the island with mud and stones. After the island stabilized, Ma Tian safely opened these supply balls, besides some wood, and basic supplies like stones. Ma Tian also got a strange item.
What is this thing?
Oh, Ma Tian, I'm a piece of combustible ice. Didn't want to be caught earlier. Now you're acting cute. What a green tea. Ma Tian, you better seal me up. Precious energy. Not comparable to some nasty cans.
Ma Tian remembered he had an unused box. So he put the combustible ice inside. After organizing the supplies briefly, Ma Tian opened the trading channel and posted a message selling wood. As soon as the message appeared, the chat channel exploded. Everyone asked what the late-game magic crystals were, or hoped Bowsy would let them get some wood for free. This was a player with 2 magic crystals, who sent Ma Tian a private chat request. But because the price was too high, besides a lot of wood, Ma Tian also added some mud, stones and iron blocks to trade for these 2 crystals. Stranded on an island survival world, Ma Tian, who could communicate with everything. What did he do to provoke the big squid's revenge? After putting the 2 magic crystals safely into the small wooden box, Ma Tian reorganized the island's supplies again. Just as Ma Tian prepared to rest, a noisy chattering sound reached Ma Tian's ears.
Both sides shouted for Ma Tian to fish out the big elbow cans.
Fishing out big elbow cans, Ma Tian wouldn't lose out. He wouldn't be fooled. Seeing this, Ma Tian
quickly grabbed a fork and dug at the wooden horse. Those supply balls wouldn't dig down.
Fish out big elbow cans. Fish out big elbow cans.
Fish out big elbow cans. The big...
What kind of egg was this? Who cared about the skinny cans? No matter what egg it was, Ma Tian accepted all the big
Without a word, Ma Tian found the supply balls unusually cooperative. They not only flew toward the boat on their own, some were novel, and even jumped onto Ma Tian's raft. He couldn't fish anymore. There were too many supplies. The big elbow cans were about to crush him. Hearing this, Ma Tian had to stop fishing and rowed back to the island. After returning to the island, Ma Tian opened these supply balls and obtained many technical materials like wood. But after opening the supply ball with the egg, a huge cannonball appeared before Ma Tian.
So it was a cannonball. Calling it an egg, Ma Tian was quite playful. Because this cannonball
was useless for now, Ma Tian had to set the skinny can aside. Then Ma Tian entered the wooden house, took out a magic crystal stone, turned on the computer, and chose to craft a storage box. With a flash of light, a delicate wooden box appeared on the island. These important supplies all came over to watch. Everyone.
This is the nation's new home now. Go inside. Hearing this,
the heavy supplies on their heads all ran in excitedly. The originally messy island soon became clean and tidy. Days later, Ma Tian moved the storage box into the cabin, made a new fire pit, took out a blanket and prepared to rest for the night.
While organizing the supplies earlier, Big Elbowkin found there wasn't much food left. And Big Elbowkin was hungry now. Old man, let Ma Tian check for Big Elbowkin in the nearby sea, if there was anything edible.
It was pitch black at night. Big Elbowkin couldn't see anything. Ma Tian, oh Ma Tian. Ma Tian really knew how to mess with people. Hearing this, Ma Tian got furious. Super heavy clear water, said with a sly grin.
Old man, Big Elbowkin planned to build a few new toilets on the island. Ma Tian, look at these holes. Where would
Don't be rash. Big Elbowkin was just joking with Ma Tian. Big Elbowkin will go check now. After a while, a shout came from Uncle Island, waking up the sleeping Ma Tian. Found it. In the sea east of the island, there were fish.
Really? Big Elbowkin hadn't had grilled squid in a long time. With that,
Ma Tian grabbed the fishing net and walked out of the cabin. With Uncle Island's help, Ma Tian successfully caught a giant squid.
Tonight, we'll make Ma Tian the midnight snack.
After briefly preparing the squid, Ma Tian took out the grill, started grilling the fish. As the station grew higher, Ma Tian grabbed the fish, enjoyed the delicious food, browsed the chat tablet, But the chat channel's messages made Ma Tian break out in a cold sweat. After finishing the fish, Ma Tian felt a wave of drowsiness, then fell asleep groggily. But soon after, the whole island began to shake violently. Ma Tian woke up from his dream. Skinny-can grabbed the bottled water, decided to check the situation. Ma Tian just stepped out of the cabin. A huge creature appeared on the sea, the biggest tentacle ever seen, attacked Ma Tian. Uncle Ma Tian used the water while dodging, and retreated back into the cabin.
What was happening? Was there any doubt?
Ma Tian had eaten their child. Now they came for revenge. Grabbed the tentacle, but the fish was too strong for Big Elbow Can.
Everyone wake up. Come help.
Just as they landed, that Su Fan Tiu had a plan. Release the 5-spice powder. Help Ma Tian hold the giant fish.
Big Elbow Can had an idea. Everyone put this tentacle onto the grill. Hearing this,
everyone gave it their all. Put the tentacle, tied it onto the grill. With a puff of white smoke, heard a commotion outside the cabin.
Called Big Elbow Can's family.
This worked, everyone hold on. Don't lose heart. Suddenly Ma Tian had an idea.
This giant ship broke apart directly. Ma Tian and Skinny-can had no reaction. Fell to the ground in a heap.
It seemed this guy ran away from the chef. If Skinny-can dared to come again, Big Elbow Can would turn Skinny-can into grilled squid.
Right in front of Ma Tian. But no matter how Ma Tian looked, he couldn't see any supply balls on the sea. So Skinny-can quickly got on the raft, planning to paddle over and check it out. After Ma Tian paddled to the spot Uncle Island pointed to, Skinny-can found there were some supply balls only slightly bigger than black beans, floating on the sea surface. Good heavens.
If he didn't look carefully, Big Elbow Can would have thought it was someone's booger. Kid, don't you believe Big Elbow Can would hit Ma Tian? A little thing like Ma Tian wanted to hit Big Elbow Can. Fine. Big Elbow Can wanted to see if Ma Tian had the skill. As he spoke,
the little supply ball jumped from Ma Tian's hand and hit Ma Tian right in the face. Ma Tian couldn't help falling onto the raft.
It was so hard. What was inside this thing, Ma Tian? Of course, it was fresh concrete. This batch of brothers from Big Elbow Can, every single one of them, was all hard construction materials. Bricks, sand, stones. Not one was missing. Brothers, all together. Go hit Big Elbow Can for me.
Wait for Big Elbow Can to hit Big Elbow.
Some of the little supply balls launched a cold attack on Ma Tian. After Ma Tian returned to the island, Skinny-can was already beaten black and blue. Big Elbow Can asked Ma Tian who beat him. Ma Tian silently took out from his pocket a can, told Skinny-can to drink it all in one go and said, "Don't ask."
Big Elbow Can didn't want to recall.
Then a voice came from the can. He was truly a scold god.
Kid, Ma Tian barged in for nothing. Dare to let the Big Elbow Cans out. Let's have a one-on-one fight.
After opening some fridge, Ma Tian not only got a large batch of building materials, he also obtained an unlimited use blueprint for the Lamp Mountain pick.
Not cool, bro. We're stranded on an island. Ma Tian gave the Big Elbow Cans a lamp.
As soon as he said that, a system panel appeared out of thin air before Ma Tian.
To further increase the game's fun, the system added an iceberg challenge mode. From now on, icebergs would randomly spawn on the sea. Players could choose whether to go explore, whether the reward or danger. It all depended on Ma Tian's luck. As soon as the announcement ended,
Ma Tian added that blueprint to the crafting list, then took out some materials, the so-called Lamp Mountain pick. Next, Ma Tian opened the trading channel, posted a message selling the Lamp Mountain pick. The Big Elbow Cans had...
They wouldn't take that risk. Better to trade this for supplies. Sure enough, as soon as the news came out,
it instantly caused a buying frenzy. People even started fighting. Ma Tian then planned to make another batch of Lamp Mountain picks to sell.
No way.
Big Elbow Cans didn't want to be a Lamp Mountain pick. Didn't Ma Tian promise the Big Elbow Cans that he would raise them like babies?
Ma Tian was a tough guy, acting like a hammer-wielding baby.
This was
The island uncle, who had been watching, spoke up. Kid, Ma Tian doing business, I don't oppose it. But could Ma Tian consider my feelings? Old bones are big elbow cans. Couldn't hold so much stuff and rice. It would sink. Enough.
Stop nagging. Not as bad as Ma Tian said. That's it.
Ma Tian traded for piles of supplies. Including one. A space backpack for massive storage. During this process, Uncle Island's complaints kept ringing in Ma Tian's ears.
This batch of big elbow cans really made a huge profit.
Money-grubbing fool. Ma Tian would regret it. Suddenly, Ma Tian felt beneath his feet. A shaky, unsteady feeling. Looked down. Found seawater had flooded the fishing village.
Big elbow cans, go. Old man. Seawater's already here. Why didn't Ma Tian warn big elbow cans?
Big elbow cans called Ma Tian for ages. Did Ma Tian listen? Stopped arguing. Ma Tian quickly grabbed materials from the toolbox. Upgraded the platform a level, saving the island from sinking. After ensuring safety, Ma Tian packed all supplies into the box. Then, Ma Tian was about to step forward to check the white bag, but then spoke up. Kid, don't blame Big Elbow Can's for not warning you. Big Elbow Can's body is full of tech.